Hi there, this is Elmer Booten at the Crossing of Marketing and IT. I'd like to talk a little bit today on a leadership topic, and that is reaching for excellence. The other day I wrote a piece about folks who don't like the products of the companies they work for. And the question I had was, well, why would you even work there if you can't support the products that your company makes? Well, this is kind of related to that because it has to do with, are you doing something that you feel passionate about? There's a lot of talk today about doing things that you're passionate about, and I think that you should be passionate about what you're doing because it will fulfill you a lot more than if you're doing a job that you absolutely can't stand. When I think about this, I think about my brother-in-law, Chad. He was the kind of guy who knew exactly what he was and what he wanted to do. And he would tell us often that he was a firefighter because that's what he was born to do. That's what he was made to do. His DNA was put together and his brain was wired in such a way that he was a firefighter. It wasn't a job to him. It wasn't even a career. That was a way of life for him, and he was very good at it. He was the kind of guy that volunteered for every school he could get a hold of, got every certification that he could think of, and even some that you probably hadn't thought of, and he was just really good at it. And when he was taken away from us, unfortunately, we lost a very valuable public servant because he was really good at what he did. I kind of look at that in my own perspective. How does that make me feel when I look at my job and am I doing the right thing? And I'd like you to ask the same question of yourself. Are you doing something that you just feel absolutely passionate about, that's what you are wired to do and that's what you are made to do? And I would say, you know what, if it's not, maybe it's time for you to think about doing something else. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, certainly not. What I'm saying is that if you've ever read the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, he talks about getting the right people on the right bus and in the right seat in the right bus. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you on the right bus? If you're not on the right bus, what bus should you be on? And if you are on the right bus, are you in the right seat? And if you're not in the right seat, what can you do to get yourself into the right seat? I read something recently by Simon Salt up in Dallas, and he mentioned that he was taking responsibility for his own career and was going to pay for himself to go to some conferences this year because he felt that it was his responsibility to keep up with his career. So I'm asking you, are you doing the same kind of thing? So to summarize this whole thing, what I want to do is just kind of have you ask the questions of yourself. If you're a worker, if you're not a manager, if you're not a leader yet, what are you doing to get yourself positioned to be doing the job that you were made to do? The thing that really trips your trigger, the thing that really gets you going, the thing that makes you get up in the morning and say, wow, I get to do this every day. If you're not in that kind of place, what are you doing to get yourself there? Now, the other question I have is for leaders. How are you, as a leader, fostering that kind of attitude in the people who you lead? If you're a leader, you want to get the right people in the right bus and in the right seat, correct? Well, what are you doing to get the right people in the right bus and the right seat? And what are you doing to help those people to get into the right place? You know, sometimes it's the leadership that really has to take a thing because folks don't understand this and they don't think about this kind of thing. So as a leader, it's really good for you to teach them and let them to see what's going on and what they can do to maybe make themselves a little bit better or to get themselves into the right place, or you help to point them in the right direction. Just some food for thought on excellence today. So if you'd like to read more of things that I have to say about leadership and marketing and whatnot, please visit my blog at www.crossingmarketingandit.com. And appreciate you taking some time to listen to me today. Have a great day.